Hello and welcome to the day ahead. It is Wednesday, August the 24th. I'm Andrew Gagan. Well, global equity markets finished mostly lower. Investors on Wall Street focused on data showing a slowing US economy ahead of the Fed gathering at Jackson Hole at the end of this week. The S&P 500 losing 0.1%. Of the 11 sectors on the index, 7 declined, led lower by real estate and healthcare. The energy index rallied more than 3.5% as crude oil prices jumped on the prospect of supply cuts. The Nasdaq was little changed, while the Dow fell close to 0.5%. Stocks, specifically Macy's, rose 3.8% after the retailer beat quarterly profit estimates, with the company saying it needs to offer more discounts to get rid of excess inventories. Palo Alto Networks surged about 12% after the cybersecurity firm posted upbeat quarterly results and announced a stock split plan. And Zoom shares continue to fall after its annual profit and revenue forecasts were cut. Well, sales of new homes in the US plunged more than 12.5% in July to a 6.5-year low as persistently high mortgage rates and house prices further eroded affordability. US private sector business activity contracted for a second straight month in August to its weakest in 27 months. The S&P Global Flash Composite Purchasing Managers Index dropping to 45. A reading below 50 indicates a contraction in activity. The services sector recorded the largest slowdown, dropping to 44.1, whereas the manufacturing gauge is still showing modest expansion. Meanwhile, in the Eurozone, business activity contracted for a second straight month in August as the rising cost of living curbs consumer spending, the PMI falling further into contraction territory. And Britain's private sector slowed in August as factory output fell, the PMI falling to its lowest level since February last year. US Treasuries were mixed, the 10-year yield rising to 3.06%, but the 2-year falling to 3.3%. And the US dollar weakened against most major currencies, the Aussie trading at 68.8 US cents. Well, the Australian share market is set to open a little higher this morning. SPI futures there currently up around 0.1%. Brent crude jumped close to 4% higher overnight on indications from OPEC Plus member Saudi Arabia that the group of oil producers is contemplating cutting production on the prospect of Iran resuming supply. Meanwhile, benchmark gas prices in the EU surged 13% overnight to a record peak, having doubled in just a month as Europe braces for further supply disruptions from Russia. Iron ore futures rose around 0.5%. Base metal prices were mixed, copper up, but nickel tumbled more than 2.5%, and gold futures were up 0.7%. And the crypto market was largely positive, Bitcoin trading around $21,500 US. Well, companies reporting today include Coles, Domino's, Netwealth, Nine, Qantas and Zip. And just out, Seven Group revenue from continuing operations at $8 billion, up 65%. NPAT down 4.3%. A final dividend of 23 cents a share, fully franked. And Tabcorp Group revenue 4.3% to $2.37 billion. EBITDA $383 million. A final dividend of 6.5 cents a share. That is your day ahead. We'll see you again tomorrow.